Well, what do we have here from Zero Hedge? Remember when Ford canceled that plant in Mexico? Well, they've just moved it to China. I think Lindsey Williams' friend Ken Fromm back in the day. Watch China. Watch China. China's the big one. That plant in Mexico that Trump saved. Remember, we're going to bring it to America and make America great again. Again, I wish him serious luck. But the president, day late and a dollar short, not his fault. Well, they've just moved it to China. Back in January, Trump took a very public victory lap when Ford decided to scrap plans to build a $1.6 billion manufacturing facility in Mexico and invest in its Michigan facilities instead. And Zero Hedge discussed it here at this link, they said, which again, I always link the stuff in the description box so you can go check more out. Back on January 3rd, 2017, Trump, Ford to scrap Mexico plant, invest in Michigan due to Trump policies. He was proud about that, and frankly, I probably would be too. Ford to scrap Mexico plant, invest in Michigan, CEO cites Trump, whatever. Ford Motor Co. on Tuesday announced plans to cancel the building of a $1.6 billion plant in Mexico and instead invest $700, and it cuts off, I'm sorry, it was $700 million. As Ford announced at that time, the decision was sold to the public and the United Auto Workers as an opportunity to, wait a minute, as Ford announced at the time, the decision was sold to the public and the United Auto Workers as an opportunity to permanently shift production capacity that would have otherwise been built in Mexico back to Wayne, Michigan. To support the new era of vehicles, Ford is adding 700 direct new U.S. jobs and investing $700 million during the next 4 years, creating the new Manufacturing Innovation Center at its Flat Rock Assembly Plant. Ford today announced it is canceling plans for the new plant in San Luis Potosi, Mexico. It also announced that to improve company profitability and ensure the financial as well as commercial success of this vehicle, the next generation Focus will be built at an existing plant in Hermosillo, Mexico. This will make way for two new iconic products at Michigan Assembly Plant in Wayne, Michigan, where Focus is manufactured today, safeguarding approximately 3,500 U.S. jobs. This incremental investment in Flat Rock Assembly Plant comes from $1.6 billion. The company previously had planned to invest in a new plant in Mexico. Quote, I am thrilled that we have been able to secure additional UAW Ford jobs for American workers, said Jimmy Settles, UAW Vice President, National Ford Department. The men and women of Flat Rock Assembly have shown a great commitment to manufacturing quality products, and we look forward to their continued success with a new generation of high-tech vehicles. But, as Ford points out today, Trump's victory lap may have been premature, as one of the first strategic actions taken by the company's new CEO, Jim Hackett, will be to relocate the company's Focus production to China rather than Mexico. Ole. Now what I can't do is sing you a little jingle of something in Chinese. There is nothing I can think of except for those men were kung fu fighting. Yeah, anyways. Exciting new Ford Focus on the way for North American customers beginning in 2019 with more technology, more space, and a number of new Focus models. Next generation Focus for North America will be globally sourced, primarily from China rather than Mexico, with production starting in the second half of 2019. Current model production ends in mid-2018. This manufacturing plan allows the company to further grow its leadership as an exporter and deliver world-class Focus to North American customers in a way that makes business sense, with no U.S. employee is out of a job. Really. Ford is saving $1 billion in investment costs versus its original Focus production plan, improving the financial health of its Focus business and further improving manufacturing scale in China, all helping create a more operationally fit company. And while Ford has suggested that the move will not cost a single UAW worker his or her job in the U.S., we have our doubts, as manufacturing capacity, much like cash, is somewhat fungible. So, unless Ford plans to massively grow market share and or permanently increase overall demand, shifting production to China must mean that production will decline somewhere else. And we suspect that somewhere else will be somewhere in the United States. I absolutely agree with that sentence wholeheartedly. And if you haven't already made this connection, I'm just going to do it for you, just in case. They're going to go to China, and we're going to sell stuff back. We're going to put them on ships and crates or whatever, and bring them back to America, rather than just have it here or right next door in Mexico. Either or. You don't suppose they're going to start selling Ford cars, all kinds of different models, to the newly wealthy Chinese population. And that's the whole point of going there. Under the guise of, no, this will be good. No one will lose jobs in America. We're going to even ship cars back. Everything's good. Everything's good. You don't think that's what's happening, do you? Again, Ken Fromm did Lindsey Williams years ago. Watch China. China's the big one. And as they say in South Park, they took our jobs. They took their jobs. Got that right. Take care. On to the next one.